I got caught not with my pants down, but looking everywhere else. But what the hell I was supposed to be doing? Hey there, hi there, ho there, everybody. This is Grammy Mary, and you are tuned in to the rocket chair. And yeah, I forgot to push all kind of buttons. Oh my lord, oh my lord. It is most definitely a Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday. And I hope y'all are having a grand old time so far. I know I am. Holy sheep dip. Oh well. Can't sing, can't tap dance, may as well do this, right? Oh, well, yeah, you are listening here on reallibertymedia.com, channel 3, just in case you didn't know where you're tuning in at. Kind of like I didn't know what the hell I was doing. It's like, holy crap-a-noli, I'm running late. Yeah, you're also listening in on the rlmradio.xyz site if you're listening in, and if you're not, I'm saying this just for shits and giggles, and trust me, I'll be giggling a lot. Also, we're on the RLM TuneIn radio station, the RLM Internet radio station, and the RLM Spreaker channel, now that I finally got that engaged as well. Oh, man. Oh, there is something in the air. You know, Lisa B and I were talking about that this morning. Something ain't quite right, and it's not just in my head. Oh, well. Oh, thank you, Barman, ever so much for tweeting me over there on that Twitter site. I still have over 350 stalkers. Booyah, I'm doing good. And for also tweeting me over on that effing site. Let me see. Nobody else is over there loitering. So, hey there, anybody that might be there that I didn't say hey to. Also, on Fakey Book, thank you, Gary L., for sharing that. A little announcement that, yeah, this crazy lady's on. And hey there, the lovely Mary B. I see you over here as well. Let's see. Corner Pocket, there's a lot of people. Shit. I missed the duck. Damn it all. Oh, I don't know how many ducks I have. Oh, well. I got over 100. Woohoo! And they're all my friends because I befriended them. There was one that I shot, but that's because a little bugger wouldn't give me a hug, so I shot it. That's kind of how I roll. You don't give me a hug, I shoot your ass. I have lots of Nerf guns. And now, if you want to give me static, you better come on over to the Real Liberty Media, because that's where I am. Join the chat. Think of a nickname, whatever the hell. Have a good time, because, yeah, there's some crazy people over here. And speaking of crazy people, let's just see who all is here. What is that? Hollyweird lacks innovation? Oh, yeah. That is true, Free Enslaved. There has not been an original idea out of Hollywood in a long time. They do have kind of a captive audience, don't you know? I keep having gadunkers going on. What am I gadunking about? Who's gadunking me? Oh. Hi, Alex. Oh, you know, you just got to pick on some people sometimes, and I just had to share with him some silliness. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see. What? Oh, I see someone over in the corner pocket, too. What's that? Oh, I've killed 4? I've killed 4 ducks? Wow. That was 4 ducks that wouldn't hug me. But I befriended 103. Thank you, Sock Puppet, for cluing me in on that. Oh. Okay, back to saying hi, because I got to say hi. Somebody's got a built-in audience. I wonder who that is. Probably that Horley weird place. Yeah, captive audience is more like it. Oh, well. Shit, I am so uncoordinated I can't even get the straw. It's gonna be one of those nights. Just telling you. Okay. I had to wet my whistle. Hey, I could even whistle at times. It was kind of a wussy-ass whistle, but it was a whistle nonetheless. Okay, over here in the RLM, which is where you need to be if you want to give me static. Right up top, I see Barman. Thank you, Barman. You are the most splendiferous bot in the whole wide world. Although, I do have to tell you, hon, that over in the corner pocket, I think it's Lochnar that's fantasizing about me. Wow, that's really sad when you get all Twitter pated because a bot is fantasizing about you. Oh, man. Oh, such is life. I also see Cowboy Tech is over here. Hey there, Cowboy. I hope you're hearing pleasant voices. And looky there, Grimner, who is the god in the RLM, don't you know? And he's closely followed by the lovely Moose Girl, who is another one that Lochnar kind of has a palpitation for, just saying. Let's see. The lovely Kate is over here. Hey there, Kate. You guys getting storms in your neck of the woods? Because it's been doing rumblies in the sky for the last several days. And last night I quit mowing because, well, I ran out of gas, both literally and figuratively. I wanted to get all of the old stuff used up before I went in town and refilled my gas cans, but I ran out of gas, so I quit. That's kind of the way I roll. But yeah, we've been having rumblies almost every night. So, yay. I also see Aliased is here. Hey there, Aliased. How you doing? And looky there, there's Asmo, right about the upper middle, which is a good place for you, Asmo, honey. I'll just keep you right there. The lovely Beth Z is here. Hey there, Beth. How you doing? Hi, Moosey. Yes, you heard your name. And looky there, Rob Works fired up that bubbler. Dude, you the man. I also see Chalcedony is here. Hey there, Chalcedony, as well as a double dip and a Chloe. And thank you ever so much for that message you sent, Chloe. That was very cute. Truly appreciate that, hon. I also see Dakota is in the house, as well as Frumpy. Hi, Frumpy. You know, I'm feeling kind of frumpy because I was wearing jeans to work today. And, you know, I'm one of those weird... Oh, Kate says the sun is out now and again. Or out again now. Okay. Sweet. That's awesome. Ooh, Moosey's got thunderstorms. Man, they have just been... And I listened to a video earlier today that was really rather odd and unusual, and I may have to listen to it again when I can actually pay attention instead of pausing every time the phone rang. But yeah, it was really wild about a lot of this stuff going on with the weather and yeah, yada yada blah blah. But in any case, as I was saying earlier, I was wearing jeans to work today, and I'm kind of sort of like, you know, critters in the wild. You know, they come out of their hibernation and they start strapping on the feed bag and putting on the pounds going into summer. That's the way I am. I can't lose weight going into summer. So, you know, there's none of this shit of trying to get into the bikini bod because, well, yeah, no. I haven't worn bikini in years. But, yeah. It gets to be springtime, and I put on about 5 pounds. And it doesn't make a darn bit of difference if I'm outside doing more work and eating less or what. I still put on 5 pounds. That's just my springtime 5, apparently. And then I start losing weight at the end of the summer and really start losing it in the wintertime. I'm kind of weird like that. But, yeah. So, in any case, the jeans that were loose on me before were a little bit snug today. So I have my jammy pants on. So I'm kind of sort of half-ass jamming it tonight. Which if you didn't jam to Gary Newman in Cars, then, you know, that's your own fault. But I'm jamming anyway, whether the music's going or not. I also, well, as if you guys really wanted to hear that, huh? Okay. Excuse me. Oh, The storm's latest. Wow. Is it getting bad up there, Moosey? Because we had tornadoes last night in Oklahoma and in Kansas. So, yeehaw. And we had some wicked rotation going on out here in my neck of the woods, too. So, in any case, where was I at? Oh, yeah, Frumpy. Hey, I'm here. Hi, me. I also see IB Don C is here. Hey, IB Don C. You's a slacker now, ain't you? Instead of just being tired, you're retired. Because being a is so much fun. I also see Java Doctor 2 is in the house. How you doing, sweetheart? And looky there, JJ's 999 JJ's is logged in, but I'll bet you he's probably sawing some logs, or at least trying to, hun. I hope you get feeling better, sweetheart. I was sorry to hear that you weren't feeling too perky earlier on your radio over on that webcomradio.co.uk. Yeah, go check out JJ's when he's on. He's lots of fun to listen to. He's also on the RLM as well. So, if you can't make it to webcomradio.co.uk, I think that's what it is, then come on over to the RLM because JJ's playing in there too. Let's see. Who else do I have? P. Bunyan is here. Hey there, P. Bunyan. How you doing, sweetie? Timber. And looky there, Rob Works is next in line, and he's Mr. Bubbler Man, and he did his bubbler thing. That's just so cool. Oh. Had a tornado hit a trailer park. A 46-year-old guy died. Oh. Sending supportive energy to his family. Bless his heart. I hate to hear that, but tornadoes and trailer parks, that's like a match made in hell, don't you know? Tornadoes just, it's like trailer parks have a homing beacon for tornadoes. They do. If you ever notice that, tornado always hits a frickin' trailer park. Always does. And then when they interview someone from that trailer park, it's always someone that's got like 4 teeth and they're not in a row. And they're going, I seen that tornado. It come over the hill. I'm seriously, pay attention. They always find the goofiest person with the fewest teeth to do the on the news live interview shit. It's freaky deaky the way that works. Oh, and Rob's loading a fresh bowl because, there's quite a few of us here in the chat, hon. I see lots. Okay. Trust No One is here. Hey there, Mr. Untrusty. How you doing, sweetie? I also see Phantom is logged in. Hi there, Phantom. How you doing, hon? As well as BTC Bob. And looky there, Dimma. We got a Dimma that's actually brighter than you might think. But moving along, Free Enslaved. Hi, Free Enslaved. Nice to see you're here while I'm on the radio. I don't know if you're listening, but hi anyway, sweetheart. I also see Jehovah One. Oh, kaboom. Kaboom has been kaboomin' a lot of late. Kaboom needs to take a chill pill. It's just all there is to it. Just chillax, Kaboom. I also see Juana Taco, which sounds really, really good. But you know what? I think I'm going to fix myself a stuffed baked potato tonight when I get done. Yeah. Stuffed baked potato sounds really good with gravy. I think I may. Now I got a rumbly in my tumbly. Just thinking about what I'm fixing for supper. Okay, I also see Kozu is in the house. Hey there, Kozu, as well as looky there, the lovely Miri B from Down Under. She's having a Thursday, don't you know? Because she is the time traveler in the group. And Nelson Dubois is logged in, but away at the moment. And looky there, North Force. Hey, and for once, the wind is not out of the north. It was earlier, but now it's kind of settled down and looking like it's wanting to come out of the south. It likes to switch out here. Out here in the middle of flyover country, where we're not quite the edge of the world, but you can see it from here. This is where the wind likes to do its switcheroo, 'cause it just likes to mess with you, don't you know? I also see pon sauces in the house, as well as the lovely rain. And looky there, Sock Puppet is here as well. Hey, Sock, how you doing? Thank you for taking care of me over there on the corner pocket. 'Cause yeah, I am a Riri, as in really, really not all together when it comes to like IRC shit. So I truly appreciate it when you help me when I have one of those moments, which I have them a lot. Just saying. I also see Stats Bob is here, as well as his identical twin, or her identical twin, Tip Bob. I'm going to say his because, well, Bob's usually denote boys. So, battery-operated boyfriend, don't you know? And to round out the crew, the one, the only, the Vil E_. So, hey, you're taking the boys to Red Lobster? Nom. That sounds good. I haven't been to a Red Lobster in like forever. Oh, Christ. It has been. It's been like 4 or 5 years. Wow. I need to find a Red Lobster. That's all there is to it. Oh, that's a good one, Rob Works. Yeah, pull into Chuck E. Cheese. Tell him we're going to do the birthday special. Oh, that would be funny. Chuck E. Cheese, hell. Damn, got myself all choked up on that one. Wow. Which, happy birthday, boys, by the way. Have fun, Moosey. I'm sure you will with those two wild young men, because they're your children, so I just assume that they're wild young men. In any case, my Twitter feed, I'm getting all kind of notifications over here, but I didn't want to refresh it because I have one thing here that I wish to read real quickly. Or, well, okay, you know how I am. I don't read anything real quickly. But this was posted by TrutherBot Gray. You might be a statist. Oh, let's find out, shall we? Am I a statist? Let's see. You think that others can morally make decisions about the appropriate use of the private property of another person. Yeah, then you might be a statist. You might be a statist if you hate greedy corporations, but think an organization such as a government, itself a greedy organization, will protect you from greedy corporations. Yeah, because what you don't realize is that greedy organization that is known as government, yeah, that is a corporation. So you're expecting a greedy corporation to protect you from greedy corporations. If it comforts you to think that way, hun. Yeah. You might be a statist if you think it is possible for government to change the laws of supply and demand or determine an appropriate response to scarcity. No, government is very good at creating scarcity. That's what it's really good at. And one of the scarcest things in the world is when every time government steps in for your own good, you lose freedom. So yeah, your freedom is getting more and more scarce every time they step in and say, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. And thank you, Rob Works, for giving me a giggle. Oh, Moosey, you know what, hon? Maybe they're wilder than you think. It's just that they don't do that shit around you. Because I remember my younger days. I know it's a long ways back there, but I do remember when I was 17, and yeah, there's an awful lot of things that my mom didn't know about until now I'm older and she can't catch me to whoop my ass. Because if she could, she would. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, back to, let's see. You might be a statist if you think your neighbor or some guy on the other side of town should be restricted from owning a firearm since he might be a psychopath, while simultaneously assuming that some other guy who also might be a psychopath can be armed because the third guy or a group of people, none of whom you have ever met, authorizes it, or simply by virtue of him having a shiny little badge. Yeah, that shiny badge does not remove the psychopath gene. Just saying. Sometimes it actually enhances it. So, you might be a statist if you think the moral nature of theft, murder, slavery, assault, and kidnapping change dependent upon the size of the group that authorizes these actions. No. Those things, whether you believe in old kaboom or not, those things are in the commandments, and I don't know of any real religion other than maybe, I don't know anything about really satanic shit or nothing. But I really don't know of any religion that says it's okay to lie or steal or murder or enslave. Well, okay, there are some that probably say it's okay to enslave or to assault or kidnap. Okay, there might be some that do that. So, theft or murder. Okay, well, there might. I don't know, but morally, that's nah. Okay, you might be a statist if you are scared of the idea of consenting adults engaging in free trade, especially if they are not taxed or regulated. Oh, psychopaths are drawn to shiny badges? Oh, kind of like, what are they? Crows or ravens or, critters of that such and such. They're drawn to shiny things. Oh, look, it's shiny. Wait, I'm drawn to shiny things too. But I don't want the badge because I don't want to get poked. Because where they pin those things on, that's right close to where the girls are, and I don't want to deflate either one of them. Thank you very much. So, moving along. You might be a statist if you think it's morally justified to withhold trade with the people of a country called an embargo or imposing sanctions in order to blackmail, extortion, the ostensible rulers of that country to do your bidding. Why? Because we have the greatest military force known to history. Yeah. More than the next 26 other countries combined. Isn't that right? Something like that. I think it's 26 countries combined. It's like, wow, we got a lot of bang for our buck. Too bad it's always used against us. You might be a statist if you assert guns cause crime, foods cause obesity, and schools cause education. And the state creates wealth. Oh, that's really not funny. The state does create wealth, though, for those that perform well under a desk and for itself. You might be a statist if you are not aware that most regulations are in place to protect existing companies from competition. In other words, job security. Oh, wait, I built a pretty crappy mousetrap, and I don't want someone else that has built a better mousetrap putting my sorry ass out of business. So I think I'm going to go talk to this person that represents themselves as all of these people that live in the area that they originate from, and I am going to perform under a desk and possibly hand them some really pretty green paper. And then they are going to make a regulation that makes it so that I don't have to worry about that competition anymore. See how that works? That's called capitalism, or the dark under desk side of it. Yay. You might be a statist if you are not aware that most... oh, wait a minute. I already read that one. You might be a statist if you claim separation of church and state, then vote for government to enforce your beliefs and values. Moving along. I really don't think that really needs any more. Do you? Those that listen in did pretty much know. Yeah. Most dangerous religion in the world is the belief in authority outside of yourself. You might be a statist if you think charity only happens when the government gives money to poor people. Oh, charity begins at home. I will be charitable to myself, thank you very little. And then I will share the wealth with those that I deem I can share the wealth and do the most good with. There you go. You might be a statist if you think that rules written by bureaucrats of the state can be used to control the state. No, silly. They don't write rules to apply to themselves. Silly little statist. You might be a statist if you think it's okay to give up some rights for security. No, we were warned about that years ago. Of course, none of us were alive at the time, but it was written down, so it must be true, right? And finally, you might be a statist if you believe that healthcare, education, housing, and food are rights. They are not government guaranteed rights, but excuse me, if you go by natural rights, and if you actually extrapolate out, because you do have the natural right to life, you just do. You do have the natural right to pursue your happiness so long as it does not infringe upon someone else's right to live. You do have a right to be free to roam about the earthly building, if you will, or habitat, however you wish to put that, up to and until the point where your liberty will adversely affect or remove someone else's liberty to move about the earthly plane, or someone else's ability to continue breathing. So, healthcare, that's basically you have the right to eat healthy food. So yes, you do have the right to eat healthy food, because if someone imposes poisonous food, aka fast food, and most of the shit that's in grocery stores right now, that is infringing upon not only your liberty, which is your ability to move about freely, but also it infringes upon your right to continue breathing. So yes, you do have a right to health care in that aspect. You do have a right to education, because you have the right to learn from all of the experiences that you have, all of the interactions that you have. And you also have the right to receive either the repercussions or the rewards of your behavior during your interactions with everyone else that's bustling around this little habitat we call Earth. You have a right to housing, which basically means that you do have a right to a nice home on this lovely planet Earth, seen as how it is your home, and to provide yourself protection from the elements, because that's part of your liberty and your life. You should be able to protect yourself from adverse elements, and your home should be at least somewhat clean. Mine's not spotless. But, and you have the right to food. Yeah. I already said food, didn't I? Yeah. You have the right to food, healthy food. So in other words, corporations who are paying off all of those representers, yeah, they have the right to make money off of you and to make you sick all at the same time. And you haven't learned your lessons. You haven't been doing that education thing, have you? Yeah, not the healthcare system, not the education system, not the housing system, not the food system. No, those things, those are systems that have issues in and of themselves because, well, government got involved. But, if you take it upon yourself, you do have a right to take it upon yourself to feed yourself and educate yourself and house yourself and provide food for yourself in a manner that does not infringe upon someone else's liberty or happiness or life. So there you go. Okay, I am going to click on this and share this photo so y'all can enjoy it over here in this RLM. Ah, yes, raccoons are drawn to shiny things too. Grammy, I don't need shiny things to do that with people. Sometimes I just do it for shits and giggles. Oopsie. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and retweet this too. So, just because. Okay. There we go. Retweeted. Now I can close this and I can check out my notifications because holy crap. Holy crap and holy. Okay. Where am I at? Where am I at? Besides sitting here with a cat on my lap. And it's Doozer this time. Oh, what is that, Grammy? Grammy posted something over in the RLM. Or not in the RLM, in Freedom's Network. Seth Rich family investigators Rob Wheeler told by D.C. police to stand down. Orders from high up. Well, imagine that. They don't want anybody really finding the truth. That because that infringes upon their life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. And if you can't prove that they did something, then you can't infringe upon those things, can you? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Let's see here. Hi, Sean. Let's see. What else? Where? Let's see. Okay. I was just checking my notifications over on Fakeybook. So. Oh, someone on Facebook just asked, how often do you sit down to read the Bible? Honestly? Wow. And is there a time frame? It's been a while. Wow. Okay. What's that? Keep Bitcoin for Oh. I just can't get into that whole Bitcoin thing. I'm sorry. I mean, those of you that do, hey, booyah for you. I'm happy for you. I hope it works out quite well, but I just can't. And it's a little bit late now but I'm not gonna. Oh, sweet. Okay. Now, I'm going to check out my pocket because I have thrown a few things in there today and over the weekend. Let's see. Oh, this one. This is one that Grammy shared earlier today in the RLM. And I thought, oh, this has got, yeah. It figures that Grammy would do this one. Yup. So, I'm going to go ahead and shut my Twitter down. So, this is from metro.co.uk. There's a beer which gives you mystical sexual powers, apparently. And if that is so, nah, I still won't go out of my way to drink beer. Sorry. I'll deal. Apparently, there's a beer company that's claiming to have created a new Pilsner which can boost your sex drive. Bada boom. And if you drink too many of them, it turns you into a girl because you have to sit down to pee. Apparently, Watercress Warrior has created from the seeds of superfoods like watercress. The leafy ingredient is rich in vitamins A, B, C, and E. What the hell happened to D? Oh, we aren't doing the alphabet? Okay. As well as apparently being renowned as an aphrodisiac. Belch. A union. Oh, well. Wow, they're really getting into it. A union between Dorset-based beer makers, Cern Abbas Brewery, and the Watercress Company, Watercress Warriors' sexual powers are no doubt increased by the famous CERN giant, which will feature as its label logo a naked guy with a club and a plant. What's that, Grim? Yeah, Grammy. Oops. I didn't say that when it was $5, but I should have, but yeah. Oh well. In any case, the 180-foot tall chalk figure is an ancient symbol of fertility and is known as a pilgrimage destination for couples wishing to conceive. Well, I'm not going to go there then because, yeah, I am past that point. I don't want to go there again. That's why I have grandchildren. As well as a load of watercress seeds and hops. Oh, well. The beer has been made using 1,000 liters of spring water taken from the natural springs at the Watercress Company's farm at Waddock Cross. Waddock. Which, reminds me, it is a Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday, so a Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday at Waddock Cross. How fun. Having watercress seeds and hops. Wow, my mind is just whee. Apparently, and I know I'm saying this wrong, but Cern Abbas is one of the first places watercress was grown and also the location of the brilliant brewery, which we were very keen to work with, said James Harper of the Watercress Company. There's also, of course, a famous giant who is supposedly an ancient symbol of fertility. And we thought he was a perfect face for our brew. So watercress is a fabulous health food packed full of vitamins and nutrients that help boost fertility. Yeah, I've heard that it comes in a easy to use applicator with a pleasant tasting liquid formula. So, what does this sex potion taste like? Oh, see, I just covered that. It's got 4.5% alcohol content, and apparently it's very fruity with a peppery kick. Oh, well, alrighty. Whether or not it makes you any randier than 5 regular pints on any given Friday night, however, has yet to be seen. So, yeah, are you feeling randy? Well, if not, have one of these. And if Randy's around, you can go feel him. So, thanks, Grimmy. That was quite funny. Very cute. And, I actually found a few links off to the side of the original posting that I saw of that. So it's like, oh, I found some other fun things. Yay! Where did that come from? If you're feeling randy, why does randy always get felt? I know a girl named Randy. I'll have to ask her that. Oh, thank God she's got a good sense of humor. She'd smack me upside the head. Oh, well. Let's see. I'll share it over here again, seeing as how Grammy shared it earlier today. Okay. I think I'll put it on Fakey Book too, just because it's funny. Let's see. What's her... Wait a minute. Okay. Back to my pocket I go, because I do have several other things in my pocket that I shoved in there earlier today. Okay, someone else. Oh yeah, Grammy shared this one as well. The Rock is already leading Trump in a 2020 presidential race. Oh, yee, hi, ha, who, no. No. We already... Oh, wow. I'm just thinking, wow. This is from therap.com. I hope to hell this is just a funny ha ha ha. Apparently it smells like The Rock is cooking up an election victory, should he go ahead and throw his hat into the ring in the 2020 presidential race. Oh, God, really? We have really sunk, children. This is according to public policy polling. The wrestler turned actor Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson would lead the current chief executive in a potential matchup in 2020. Number one, I don't necessarily trust polling data, but I do love the funny results that they come up with. Public policy polling released a report Tuesday stating that Johnson would lead Trump 42-37 in a prospective race, given current data. According to the report, Johnson is viewed favorably by 36% of voters, while only 13% view him negatively. There is a big question mark mixed in with the numbers, however, as 50% of the voters have no opinion of the Baywatch star. Though, frankly, we don't know how that's possible. Well, maybe they just aren't of the opinion to really feel as though they wish to express any yay or nay, because it's like, I really don't think about him. Because, well, for the most part, I really don't think about him. Among Democrats, Johnson is viewed favorably by 38%, while 31% of Republicans view him favorably. The unfavorable ratings were 15 and 17% respectively. So where in the hell did you guys come up with the 42 and 37? Because I don't see a 42 in any of this mix, not even in the 50% that have no opinion range. Public policy polling added that Johnson would win over 15% of the voters who cast their ballots for Trump in last year's race. So, 15 plus 36. No, that still doesn't add up to 42. Sorry. Johnson, who has hinted at presidential ambitions in the past, once toyed with the idea in a GQ interview published earlier this month. A year ago, I started coming up with more and more, Johnson told GQ, addressing the Washington Post op-ed that suggested he would have been a viable candidate last year. There was a real sense of earnestness, which made me go home and think. Let me really rethink my answer and make sure I'm giving an answer that is truthful and also respectful. I didn't want to be flippant. We'll have 3 days off for a weekend. No taxes. Booyah! Oh, no, wait a minute. I want no taxes across the board. 7 days a week. 52 weeks a year. I want that. He also added that I think it's a real possibility. Well, I'm good. I'm glad that you have an independent thought, honey. And you are pleasing to look at. I've moving along. As an added bonus, thanks to Johnson's pro wrestling background, he'd already be used to the over-the-top bluster and theatrically running rampant in Washington, which, hey, Trumples is good at that too. And that's another thing. Everybody is having pissy fits like crazy because Trumples fired Comey. But you know what? How many years did he have that frickin' show on TV where y'all waited with bated breath until it got close to the end of the show so you could hear him say, "You're fired"? That's what he did. This is just a continuation of his series. So he's no longer on network television in a series, reality TV series. Now it's just reality TV bullshit. Because that's all that's on TV is somebody bitching about Trump, number one, which, you know what? Quit worrying about his sorry ass and deal with what you got going right in front of you. That's one thing that I had someone point out to me, and I thought, but there's so much bad. And then it's like, do I really know that all of that is going on? I'm sure there is bad stuff going on in the world because, well, I happen to know bad people that do things that I think are pretty nasty. And I'm sure that there are other people out there that are worse than the bad ones that I know. So, yeah, I'm sure there's nasty stuff going on out there in the world, but little old me out here in the middle of the boonies, I cannot affect that halfway across the world. But I can affect what's going on in my neck of the world. So that's what I focus on. And I hope that radiates outward. And if it doesn't, well, then I guess my hopes and dreams are dashed asunder. So, oh well. That is kind of funny, though, that The Rock is actually seriously... I would not mind, watching presidential press conferences or, speeches in, because you gotta admit, he's a lot easier on the eyes than Trumples or Shitlery or Dangleberry or any of them that have been in there lately, like in the last 30, 40 years. So I wouldn't mind looking at him. I may have the volume shut off, but hey, what can I say? Other than what I've already said, which is probably entirely too much. So, just go ahead and share that shit while I'm at it. What's that? Oh. Yes, Rob Works. Beer has been getting ugly people laid for centuries. Mm-hmm. Everything looks good at closing time, so I've been told. I don't want to go there. So. And no, there's no difference between an actor and a prez. Basically, the prez is just reading the script. And yeah, seems as though we've had some very piss-poor acting skills going on in the White House like the last 30, 40 years. That's my opinion, though. My critical estimation of things. So, yeah. I'm not a Siskel and Eberts, but I've given every damn one of them a thumbs down so far. Cause yeah, ain't a one of them earns anything better than that. Okay, where am I? Wait, there he is. Come on, thank you. Waiting for it to refresh. Okay, back to my pocket I go. Now, excuse me, for the ones that I threw in there. And I don't remember. Oh, maybe I saw this over on Fakey Book. Not sure. This is from boardpanda.com. 10 plus hilarious reasons why the English language is the worst. Now, I don't know fluently any other languages. I do know a few phrases, enough to either get me in trouble or keep me out of trouble in a couple other languages. Odds are probably get me in trouble. But in any case, the English language I can butcher with the best of them. I can have fun with it too. So let's see what these hilarious reasons are. English is a mystery to all of us, whether you've been speaking it since day one or just started to learn it. From its bizarre spelling rules to its free-for-all grammar, it's a daily struggle just trying to form sentences that make sense. Oh, I don't even try anymore. I just have fun with it. So it's no wonder people are turning to emoji to express their thoughts, which, emojis are just high-tech hieroglyphs. It's just all they are. Excuse me. So, unless you live in the Tibetan mountains or belong to an Amazonian tribe, you've definitely come across English. It's the most widely studied language in the world, making it a connecting language between countries and even continents. Thanks to the rise of American power and influence, English has spread like wildfire across the globe through movies, music, and literature. That doesn't mean it's any walk in the park, though. So let's have a look at some of the most frustrating moments English has brought to us. And check out some similar posts on the German. Oh, there's a German and a French one, too. So, in the English game, place the word only anywhere in this sentence. She told him that she loved him. Now, I did that earlier, and it is kind of... Okay, so... She only told him that she loved him. She told him only... Or she told only him that she loved him. She told him only that she loved him. She told him that only she loved him. She told him that she only loved him. Or she told him that she loved only him. Now, there's very slight differences in the meaning of the sentence all the way through that, but that is kind of a fun little exercise to do. And it really does kind of mess with things just a little bit. Number 2, yes, English can be weird. It can be understood through tough, thorough thought, though. Oh, wow. That is, okay, this is going to be more of a visual, so I probably ought to share this so y'all can scroll along if you wish to. B is for bullshit. Really? Yeah? Oh, I wouldn't even rate it that high, Rob. I wouldn't even give it a B. No. It's down there around that XZ neck of the woods. Maybe U for oogly. Maybe that's what it would be. Okay, number 3. Adjectives in English absolutely have to be in this order. Excuse me. Opinion, size, age, shape, color, origin, material, purpose, noun. So, you can have a lovely little old rectangular green French silver whittling knife. But if you mess with that word order in the slightest, you'll sound like a maniac. It's an odd thing that every English speaker uses that list, but almost none of us could write it out. And as size comes before color, green great dragons can't exist. I did not know that. How cool. Apparently that's things that native English speakers know, but don't know we know. Huh. Number 4, just shower thoughts. So, if womb is pronounced womb and tomb is pronounced tomb, shouldn't bomb be pronounced boom? Well, yeah, it makes that noise. Sometimes kawoom. Sometimes. Number 5. Number 5 is a pineapple. And all of the different ways of saying pineapple that are all, everybody else is ananas. Everyone else, seriously, is ananas. Frickin' English has to be the oddball in the crowd, and they are pineapple instead of ananas. Anananas. Me. Anananas. So, okay, come on. Move along. Let's go to the next one. Number 6. Mrs. Transmuter, operative surprise, Rubes. What? Okay. Chuffed doesn't mean what you think it means. Really? So, apparently chuffed means delighted, pleased, or satisfied. I would have never guessed that. But then the second definition for British informal as an adjective for chuffed is annoyed, displeased, disgruntled. Wow, it's one of those multifunctional words. Apparently it means exactly what I think it means. It's some stupid word that literally has 2 definitions that mean the opposite thing. What the hell? This makes me really chuffed. This post is quite egregious, which is an adjective that means outstandingly bad or shocking or remarkably good. Well, I'm nonplussed by the whole thing, which nonplussed is an adjective of a person surprised and confused so much that they are unsure how to react, or unperturbed. God damn it! Apparently, when you peruse, it is to look at or read something in an informal or relaxed way. Or, when you peruse something, it is to examine or read something in a very careful way. Make up my mind. It's no wonder I have issues. It's no wonder things are so screwy. When they have definitions that are complete opposites of each other, it's no wonder the government gets away with the shit because of the word games. You got to look at the context as to how that word is used in order to know which definition they used. And even then, you don't know which definition they used. So, all of you can go to hell, and you wonder why I'm boggled all the times. And they call these contronisms. Really? A word that is its own opposite. Wow, I did not. Contronisms. I'd never heard of that before. So why the fuck do they exist? Oh, first F-bomb of the night, but I really want to know, why the fuck do they exist? That's bullshit. One theory is that the sarcastic use of the word became exceedingly prevalent and because another dictionary and caused another dictionary definition, not because. Whatever. So, are you telling me that we were such sarcastic shits it literally changed our language? Yes, honey. I am. Okay, I am. I am a sarcastic shit, which means I play with the language quite a bit. Number 7. I never said she stole my money. This sentence has 7 different meanings depending on the stressed words. So, let's see. Let's read this whole thing. Whoa! What? Oh my God! The English language. Everyone, this hit me like a brick. And people wonder why authors use italics and bold so readers understand what the hell is going on. Okay, so let's read this. I never said she stole my money. Or how about, I never said she stole my money. 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 Or I never said she stole my money. So, when you say I with the stress on I, that means someone else did. When you have the stress on never, that means I would never rat her out like that. When you have the stress on said, I merely implied that she stole my money. When you have the emphasis on she, it's I just said someone stole my money and never pointed any fingers, because 3 of them are pointing back at me and I probably spent it somewhere and totally spazzed it off and didn't keep the receipt. If you put the emphasis on stole, that means that she's just taking a buggery long time about paying back that loan. And if you put the emphasis on my, then she stole money. Sure, but I've got no horse in this race. And if you put the emphasis on money, well, I'm pretty sure that I had nuclear missile launch codes on my person because I am an idiot. And now she's standing next to the launch controls with a shit-eating grin on her face. And I'm really a moron, but I'm still a wealthy moron, so that's okay. Wow, that sounds like something that Trumples would say, doesn't it? Number 8. I am so angry. Some 16th century asshole wrote, God B.W. ye in a letter as an abbreviation for God be with ye. And it appeared God bui, which was then read as goodbye. And that's why we say goodbye, because of 16th century chat speak. So I hope that there's proof to back this up, because it is hysterical, which I really do hope that there is proof to that, because that is kind of funny. So instead of saying God be with ye, we say goodbye, and even atheists say goodbye. Which reminds me of something I have over on Fakey Book that I'll have to read after I'm done with this. Okay, number 9. Cough, rough, though, through. Why don't those words rhyme? But for God's forsaken reason, pony and bologna do. Yeah, I know. Pony and bologna rhyme, but, or, as we say in my family, bologna, just because we're obnoxious like that. But yeah, why is it like that? And number 10. How to English Q. Which to me, when I see Q spelled like that, it's like Q-U. Q-E-U-E-U. Because a Q is C-U-E or Q-U-E, not Q-U-E-U-E. Q-U-E-U-E-U-E-U-E. Yeah. It's like, really? Seriously? You have to write 5 letters and then only pronounce the first 3? Kiss my ass. Or actually, pronounce the first letter. Yeah, because it's a Q. Durr. Okay. Wow, there's 14 pages of this shit. Holy crap. So it makes me really uncomfortable that the word Australia contains 3 A's and all of them are pronounced differently. And the Australian government deactivated answered, why are you doing this to me? Because they can. Number 12, under the grammar. Bite me, asshole equals grammatically correct and scathing. Bite me, asshole. Oh, you had to have a... bite me, comma, asshole is grammatically correct. Bite me, asshole apparently is a kinky pirate. Well, whee! Hadn't thought of it like that. So, laid is pronounced like paid. but not like said. And said is pronounced like bread, but not like bead. And bead is pronounced like lead, but not lead. Wow, I can really see why people coming to English as a second language would really be fumbuzzled and befuddled. Wow. So, here we go. Mom and Dad, trick or treat, Josh and Drake, cheese and mac. No, it's mac and cheese. Because you cannot have cheese and mac because there's not more cheese than mac. According to advertising rules. Stop that, thank you. Jelly and peanut butter. No, it's PB and J. Duh. George and Fred. White and black. Okay, that'll work. Juliet and Romeo. No, it's Romeo and Juliet. Wow, what the hell? You messing with me? This is the most uncomfortable post on Tumblr. Roll and Rock? Yeah, that's backwards. And so is Spice and Sugar. And Ashley and Mary Kate. I could give a shit less about that one. So I read these normally and then realized that they were all backward. Like what even or Abel and Cain. Why is it Cain and Abel instead of Abel and Cain? Because Abel was first. Why did Cain get top billing? Is that just because he's the one that survived, according to the story? Jerry and Tom. Creams and cookie. No. Ooh. Suffering and pain. Ooh, okay. Well, usually you're suffering because you're in pain. So, can you use the term I shit you not in an English essay, or is that unprofessional? Apparently you're not supposed to ever use I statements in formal essays. One shits you not is acceptable. Also acceptable is this author shits you not. Are you kidding me? It's best to avoid the general you. So, one would not be considered shitted is probably the best way I could think of to word it formally. So, okay, one would not be considered shitted if I did not shit you. I would not shit you because you're my favorite turd. Wow. Only someone who's got a better imagination than me could come up with some of these. Wow. So you've got tear or tear, as in T-E-A-R or T-I-E-R. They're pronounced the same, but tear and tear are pronounced differently, and they're spelled the same. Yeah, go figure. Like there, and there. Yeah, probably one too many there's in there, but I don't care. So, if you can correctly pronounce every word in this poem, oh, here we go, here's the challenge, you will be speaking English better than 90% of the native English speakers in the world. After trying the verses, a Frenchman said that he preferred 6 months of hard labor to reading 6 lines aloud. Here we go. Oh, this is going, wow, I can see this is going to be difficult. Dearest creature in creation, study English pronunciation. I will teach you in my verse. Sounds like corpse, horse, and worse. I will keep you, Susie, busy. Make your head with heat grow dizzy. Tear in eye your dress will tear. So shall I, oh hear my prayer. Just compare heart, beard, and herd, dyes and diet, lord and word, sword and sword, retain and Britain. Mind the latter, how it's written. Now I surely will not plague you with such words as plague and ague. See, I already fucked up. Oops. But be careful how you speak. You break the stake, but bleak and streak. Ah, cloven, oven, high, how and low, script, receipt, show, poem, and toe. Hear me say, devoid of trickery, daughter, laughter, and terpsichore. Where the fuck did terpsichore come from? Typhoid, measles, topsails, aisles, exiles, similes, and reviles. Scholar, vicar, cigar, solar, mica, war, and far. One, anemone, balmoral, kitchen, lichen, laundry, laurel, Gertrude, German, wind, and mind, seen, Melpom, mankind. Man, this sucks. Jeez, oh Pete. Okay. Billet does not rhyme with ballet. Bouquet, wallet, mallet, chalet. Blood and flood are not like food, nor is mold like should or would. Vicious viscount, load and broad, toward, to forward, to reward. And your pronunciation's okay when you correctly say, oh, croquet. Rounded, wounded, grieve and sieve, friendly, or friend and fiend, alive and live. It feels like I should be over a cauldron. Cauldron boil and cauldron bubble. Ivy, privy, famous clamor, and enamor rhyme with hammer. River, rival, tomb, bomb, comb, doll and roll, and some and home. Stranger does not rhyme with anger, neither does devour with clangor. Souls but foul, haunt but aunt, font, front, want, grand, and grant. Shoes goes does, now say finger, and then singer, ginger, linger. Real, zeal, mauve, gauze, gouge, gauge, marriage, foulage, mirage, and age. Query does not rhyme with very. Yeah, it does. Nor does fury sound like berry. Dust lost post and doth cloth loath. Job knob, bosom, transom, oath. See, I told you I need a big cauldron and a big hook nose with a wart on the end. Through the differences seem little, or excuse me, through, yeah, I threw an extra one in there. Though the differences seem little, we say actual, not victual. Refer does not rhyme with defer. Foffer does, what? Fofer does, and Zephyr heifer. Mint pint, senate and sedate. Dull bull and George ate late. Scene Arabic Pacific, or scenic Arabic Pacific. Science conscience scientific. Liberty library heave and heaven. Rachel ache. Mustache 11. A mustache 11. Wow, is that like a Tom Selleck +1? We say hallowed but allowed. People leopard, toad, but vowed. Mark the differences, moreover, between mover, cover, clover. Leeches, breeches, wise, precise. Chalice, but police and lice. Somehow police and lice really do go well together. Camel, constable, unstable. Principal, disciple, and label. Pedal, panel, and canal. Wait, surprise. Plate. No, that's plat. Promise, pal. I speak English. I grew up with English and I can't get through this shit. Worm and storm, chaise, chaos and tear. Senator, spectator, mayor. Tour, but hour and succor for. Gas, alas, and Arkansas or Arkansas. Sea, idea, Korea, area. Psalm, Maria, but malaria. Youth, south, southern, cleanse and clean. Doctrine, turpentine. Marine. Compare alien with Italian, dandelion with battalion. Sally with ally, yea and ye. I, way and key. Say aver but ever fever. Neither leisure, skein, deceiver. Heron, granary, cannery. Crevice and device and airy. Face but preface, not efface. Phlegm and phlegmatic. Ass, glass, and bass. Large but target, gin, give, verging. Ought, out, joust, and scour, scourging. Ear but earn, and wear and tear. Do not rhyme with here, but air. 7 is right, but so is even. Hyphen, roughen, nephew Stephen. Who wrote this shit? Monkey, donkey, Turk, and jerk. Ask, grasp, wasp. Dander, some of it itches. Ask, grasp, wasp, and cork, and work. Pronunciation, think of psyche, is appalling stout and spiky. Won't it make you lose your wits, writing groats and saying grits? It's a dark abyss or tunnel, strewn with stones, stowed solace, gunwale. I'll write an Isle of Right. Housewife, verdict, and indict. Finally, which rhymes with enough? Tough, through, plow, or dough, or cough. Hiccup has the sound of cup. My advice is to just give up. This is The Chaos by Gerard Nost Trente. And Gerard, kiss my ass. That one sucked balls. I'm not going for any more of this shit because that one hurt. Okay, at least no more pages. Number 18. I am reminded that English is a flawed language every time I'm forced to use that in a sentence. I know that makes me absolutely crazy. Every time I have to do that, it's like, no, I got to find another way to say this, but there really isn't another way to say other than that pisses me off. I cannot believe that thing is a thing we use in English. I cannot believe that thing is a thing that is a thing you just said. Wow. Ouch. So, minute and minute shouldn't be spelled the same. I'm not content with this content. I object to that object. I need to read what I read again. Excuse me, but there's no excuse for this. Someone should wind this post up and throw it in the wind. I hope you don't mind, but you just fucked with my mind. Yeah. And number 20, which is the last one I'm going to do of this because, yeah, it just fucked with my mind. Why does everyone say housewife or house husband when house spouse is not only gender neutral, but also rhymes? Because Dr. Seuss didn't put it in a book? I don't know, you asked. The prof asked the important questions. Wait, spouse rhymes with house? I always pronounce it spoos in my head. So why is your language so weird? Goddammit! Well, that's because English beats up other languages in dark alleys and rifles through their pockets for loose grammar and spare vocabulary, which English does do that. It has borrowed an awful lot of words from an awful lot of other languages and said, it's English now. You cannot have it back. Wow. That hurt. But that was fun. But it hurt. Oy. No, it's not over yet. But now it is. Now it's over because I'm going to quit. Green great dragons can exist if the type of dragon is a great dragon, therefore leaving great as part of the noun rather than being an adjective. Well, thank you, Grim. I didn't know that. Huh. Wow. No, Cowboy, I don't expect you to remember all of that. And yes, I'm done with that, Rob Works, because, wow, it hurt. It hurt. But I am going to go over here to my Fakey book, because I did share something earlier that I think is really rather appropriate. There's an awful lot of people out there that are really tired of all of this religiosity that's going on in the world. I am one of those people. But this is something that David Standing Oak shared, and I just absolutely loved it. It's why did God create atheists? There's a famous story told in Classidic. What is Chassidic? I read that as classic when I first read it. It's like, oh, wow. I really messed that one up. But in any case, there's a famous story told that addresses this very question. The master teaches the student that God created everything in the world to be appreciated, and since everything is here to teach us a lesson. One clever student asks, though, what lesson can we learn from atheists? And why did God create them? The master responded, God created atheists to teach us the most important lesson of them all, the lesson of true compassion. You see, when an atheist performs an act of charity, visits someone who is sick, helps someone in need, and cares for the world, he's not doing so because of some religious teaching. He does not believe that God commanded him to perform this act. In fact, he does not believe in God at all. So, his acts are based on an inner sense of morality. And look at the kindness he can bestow upon others simply because he feels it's to be right. This means, the master continued, that when someone reaches out to you for help, you should never say, I pray that God will help you. Instead, for the moment, you should become an atheist. Imagine that there is no God who can help, and say, I will help you. And see, that is something that, wow, I really wish a lot of people would get that. You know, all of these people that are expecting the Messiah to come back and save the day, like Underdog, here I come to save the day, or is that Mighty Mouse? Whatever. One of those cartoon characters. All these people expecting the Messiah to come back and make things better. God is going to save us. There is going to be otherworldly reward or retribution for our actions here. This right here where we live right now, this physical plane, this can either be heaven or hell, depending on your actions and my actions and how those actions work either together or against each other. So stop expecting some invisible friend in the sky, someone out there, to come and fix all your problems, because odds are the reason you have problems is something to do with what's going on in you. Either how you are perceiving something, how you are reacting to something, or how you are enforcing what you believe within yourself upon others, or how others are doing exactly what you're doing, and you don't like it very much, do ya? I know I don't. It looks pretty shitty when I get back what I put out, especially when it wasn't not necessarily intended dose of shit that I put out there. But man, when it comes back at me, it's like, whoo, I deserve that. I don't think I'll put that out again because, yeah, what I put out there, it comes back. And a lot of times it comes back like lots more than what I put out. So I think I'll quit putting that out there, unless it's something fun and pleasurable. And then I'll put that out there and see if I can get like 3 times as much back at me. That would be a good thing. But yeah, I really, really like that. And there are lots of times when I think people use religion and spirituality or awakenedness, which I don't know if that's a word or not, but I just used it in a sentence. There you go for English. They use those things as something to hold over others' heads. I'm more awake than you. Oh, my niece just let me know that she's got wings of a dragon. She put that on a post that I shared. Being the family witch is a difficult job, but somebody's got to step up and take one for the team, which I did. But, most of the time people go, oh, but you're so sweet. Yeah, well, don't be fooled by my wings, because my broom is just in the shop. Once it gets out, I'll start riding that bad boy and start cackling again. There you go. So, where was I? Oh, yeah, talking about, I think there's an awful lot of spiritual people out there, or people that, sometimes socket does come back like eating burritos. Transcendental masturbation. Well, I hadn't really thought of that one, Rob. You tell me how that works out, hon. Here I come to save the day. It is Mighty Mouse. Yeah. Thanks, Sock. Green Dragon Tavern. I've been to a place called that over in the UK. I really, really have. I think it was in Hereford. Yeah, I think it was in Hereford. Either Hereford or Windsor. I don't remember now. That was a long time ago, like several years ago. Now it's just me free and enslaved. I'm just being a little on the whack-a-doodle side today. In any case, yeah, back to that whole spiritual, religious, and I'm not saying that everybody else is doing it, and I'm not, because God knows, Kaboom knows. I have had my moments where I went, you should, and then someone throws it back in my face, and I have to go, wow, I did that, didn't I? Gotta own it. You did. So, yeah. It's going to mean not only a mindset change, but also a vocabulary change. There's that fucking English shit again. Maybe I ought to say you as an EUE. But then that goes to sheeple, and then that's also a derogatory term. And I get to the point where I just plain can't do that shit anymore. Just plain it leaves a horrible taste in my mouth, kind of like when that burrito comes back. Oh, that's what that is, huh? So transcendental masturbation is when you put things out there that feel good and hope it comes back through. Wow. Well, we do have 3 Bobs in the chat. Thanks, Rob. Once again, my words come back and go smack right upside the forehead. I love it when a plan doesn't really come together the way I planned it, but it still works. Oh. Okay. Let's see. What else did I want to go to? There was one other I wanted to. Oh yeah, this one. Thanks, sock. Oh, that one was bad. I do the chicken much better. I actually do. The chickens at my brother's house follow me around when I start doing that. It's hilarious as hell. And then the turkey tries to climb in the car with me. Okay. To this one. Just real quick, I'm not going to read the whole thing because it is kind of lengthy. I did read the whole thing earlier today. This is from climateviewer.com. And FAA scientist, we want clouds by day, none by night. This is something that, I mean, the whole post is really pretty darn interesting. And it pretty much throws, the whole man-made global warming, as in those of us dirty breathers and carbon producers, it throws that completely out the window. And there's also, and I'll have to find the YouTube video that I don't think I could do that, sock. Wow, I'm just trying to picture how that would sound, and that's in my head, and it's really, wow. So, are you my I can't do it without busting a gut. Okay. Are you my daddy? Can't do it, sock. Can't do it. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to get back to something really cereal, like Cheerios, or not Wheaties, because look what Wheaties did to Bruce Jenner. But, so this is to do with chemtrails or contrails or extended long-term condensation trails or whatever you wish to call them. So for the chemtrail debunkers, there's this little bit right here. Contrails are just condensation, just harmless water vapor. And the response to that is condensation on what? The answer is cloud seeds or aerosols like soot and metal nanoparticles. That matters a lot. This is completely normal. Nothing to see here. Move along. And the response to that one is, what is normal about jet aircraft blocking out sun, altering weather, and ruining an otherwise beautiful day? Contrail Cirrus, nerd for chemtrails, is not used to harm people. And the response is, I mostly agree with this statement, which I don't know that this is the scientist's responses, by the way. And finally, his lovely little thing, contrails are not geoengineering. And the response to that is incorrect. At best, Contrail Cirrus is inadvertent weather modification and accidental geoengineering. At worst, aviation cloud creation services are administered, coordinated, and numerous historical documents tend to lean toward the latter, which, yeah, they are on purpose. Did you know that 2 states sued in the 70s, filed suit against the airline industry because of contrails? So, here are the facts. Number 1, jet aircraft have been creating clouds that fan out and block out the sun since 1948. Number 2, the airline industry was sued in 1970 by the state of Illinois and New Jersey for chemtrails, but they called it smoke pollution in the sky. Number 3, the airline industry settled out of court, swore to clean up pollution, and the clouds should go away. They did not. Number 4, 10 years later, Chicago skies were still covered by clouds made by planes. Number 5, September 11th, 2001. All planes were grounded and scientists observed contrails fanning out to cover the sky. Their results were shocking to the scientific community, showing Contrail Cirrus clouds were affecting the daily temperature range. Later in 2008, a volcanic eruption led the observation of a single E3 AWACS plane covering all of the UK with clouds, leading to the conclusion that Contrail Cirrus may be affecting the climate 5,000 times more than aviation CO2. 5,000 times more. Number 6, there's 2 papers that have highlighted a major problem with the airline industry. And they may face the largest carbon tax in history when carbon tax cabal comes calling for their cloud bill. Clouds are the main terrestrial driver of climate change. And now, here we go, that cat is out of the bag. The FAA, ICAO, and airline industry are shuffling their feet to either avoid creating Contrail Cirrus clouds or take advantage of them. And number 7, Chuck Long from NASA's Never a Straight Answer, NASA's series said that airlines are creating ice haze that is brightening the sky, and called this accidental, on purpose, geoengineering. Scientists are now talking about how to alter jet fuel to cool the planet. Oh, great! Avoid carbon taxes and possibly even reap some carbon credit dollars for their climate mitigation cloud creation services. In other words, much like how they changed the name of aspartame to something less recognizable and less harmful sounding. Now, instead of it being climate change and chemtrails, they will be called Climate Mitigation Cloud Creation Services. Now, there's all kinds of facts listed on this, and chemtrails are clouds. They are cirrus clouds. They are also called persistent contrails, spreading contrails, Contrail Cirrus, contrail-induced cirrus, aviation-induced cloudiness, aviation-induced cirrus, induced cirrus cloudiness, and man-made clouds. And what they are is artificial clouds, and they have been blanketing the sky since 1948. But now, y'all are the dirty breeders and the dirty breathers. So there you go. Oh my God. It's a dream come true, Grammy. Well, maybe for you. I don't know, Sock. Are you my daddy? I don't think so. I know who my daddy was, and he is no longer with us. So, any other way of using that "are you my daddy" kind of shit is like, really? Seriously? Not going to go there. I don't need another daddy. I know that's a fun way to play, but yeah, that's just not, I just can't play that. Okay, you know what? I am going to go over and check out the pig because, hey, it is the 17th of May, 2017, a Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday, and I want to see what happened other years on this date in history. And right at the top, oh, You just pretend to breed sock. There you go. See, it's that practice, practice, practice. Damn it, still no results. Keep practicing, hon. It's good for you. Practice makes perfect. That's what I've been told. I'm out of practice. You heard that live on the radio. Okay, so the top story here is consequences. Who needs them? Yeah, right. Oh, you guys, what did you do now? You silly guys over here on the pig. So today on the pig, the word of the day is experience. And it's billed as the best teacher. Its lessons are invariably painful, etching them indelibly in your mind for future reference. Sometimes they also get etched indelibly on your anatomy. Those are called scars or battle badges, however you prefer to look at them. Some of them are scars, some are battle badges. It depends on if it was a hold my beer watch this moment, I think. In the quotable quotes section, freedom is the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. Booyah! Thank you, George Orwell. And today's question is, what was George Orwell's mistake? The answer, 1984 is true. He just got the year wrong. No, he didn't get the year wrong. It's just that sometimes it's a delayed reaction. Whew. Is... Oh, esto mi papá. Oh, really? Ha. Do it now. Do it. You know you want to. Okay. Down to this date. What's this? Go figure. So, an old hotel pub in Marble Arch, London, which used to have a gallows adjacent to it. Prisoners were taken to the gallows after a fair trial, of course, to be hanged. The horse-drawn dray carting the prisoner was accompanied by an armed guard, who would stop the dray outside the pub and ask the prisoner if he would like one last drink. If he said yes, it was referred to as one for the road. If he declined, that prisoner was on the wagon. Wow! I did not know that. Ah, cool. Thank you, guys. So, here's more history. They used to use urine to tan animal skins. So families used to all pee in a pot, and then once a day it was taken and sold to the tannery. If you had to do this to survive, you were piss poor. But worse than that, were you really poor folk, you couldn't even afford to buy a pot. They didn't have a pot to piss in, and they were the lowest of the low. Now that one I did know. Now the next time you are washing your hands and complain because the water temperature isn't just how you like it, think about how things used to be, like some facts from the 1500s. Most people got married in June because they took their yearly bath in May, and they still smelled pretty good by June. However, since they were starting to smell, brides carried a bouquet of flowers to hide the body odor, hence the custom today of carrying a bouquet when getting married. Baths consisted of a big tub filled with hot water. The man of the house had the privilege of the nice clean water. Then the other sons and men. Then the women. And finally the children. Last of all, the babies. By then the water was so dirty you could actually lose someone in it. Hence the saying, don't throw the baby out with the bath water. That's another one that I also knew. Houses had thatched roof, thick straw piled high with no wood underneath. It was the only place the animals went for the animals to get warm. So all the cats and other small animals, mice, bugs, whatever, lived in the roof. And when it rained, it became slippery, and sometimes the animals would slip and fall off the roof. Hence the saying, "It's raining cats and dogs." Ah, I didn't know that one. There was nothing to stop things from falling into the house, and this posed a real problem in the bedroom, where bugs and other droppings could mess up your nice clean bed. Hence a bed with big posts and a sheet hung over the top afforded some protection. And that's how canopy beds came into existence. Did not know that either. Cool. The floor was dirt, and only the wealthy had something other than dirt. Hence the saying, dirt poor. Aha! The wealthy had slate floors that would get slippery in the winter wet, so they spread thresh or straw on the floor to keep their footing. As the winter wore on, they added more thresh until when you opened the door, it would start slipping outside. A piece of wood was placed in the entrance, hence a thresh hold. So, that's cool. Did you know that sometimes they could obtain pork, which made them feel quite special? And when visitors came over, they would hang up their bacon to show off. It was a sign of wealth that a man could bring home the bacon. And they would cut off a little to share with the guests and would all sit around talking and chew the fat. So, also, those with money had plates made of pewter. And food that was high in acid content caused some of the lead to leach into the food, causing lead poisoning and death. This happened most often with tomatoes, so for the next 400 years or so, tomatoes were considered poisonous. Yeah, and it was all because of the messenger, not the message. Bread was divided according to status. Workers got the burnt bottom of the loaf, the family got the middle, and guests got the top, or upper crust. I did not know that one. Lead cups were used to drink ale or whiskey. The combination would sometimes knock the imbibers out for a couple of days. Someone walking along the road would take them for dead and prepare them for burial. They were laid out on the kitchen table for a couple of days, and the family would gather around and eat and drink and wait and see if they would wake up. Hence the custom of holding a wake. I did not know that one either. Did you know that England is old and small? I knew that. And the local folks started running out of places to bury people. So they would dig up coffins and would take the bones to a bone house and reuse the grave. When reopening these coffins, 1 out of 25 coffins were found to have scratch marks on the inside. Excuse me, and they realized they had been burying people alive. So they would tie a string on the wrist of the corpse, thread it through the coffin and up through the ground, and tie it to a bell. Someone would have to sit out in the graveyard all night, or the graveyard shift, to listen for the bell. Thus, someone could be saved by the bell or was considered a dead ringer. And that's the truth. How cool. So, this date in history. The 17th of May, 1954, the U.S. Supreme Court changes the education landscape by dumping separate but equal. Wow. And it's just been downhill ever since. This date in history, the 17th of May, 1961, cigar-chomping commie Fidel Castro offers to trade Bay of Pigs prisoners for 500 bulldozers. A 400 bulldozer and Teddy Kennedy counteroffer inexplicably rejected. Go figure. Man, they didn't want Kennedy? Shit, we didn't want him either. And finally, this date in history, the 17th of May, 1973. Senate Watergate Committee begins painting an impeachment bullseye on good old Tricky Dick Richard M. Nixon. And the rest, as they say, is history, or his story, depending on how you wish to put that. So let me see here. What else do they have on here? Not really. I mean, there's lots of fun stuff. Let's see. Let me read a couple of these consequences. So, I don't need some fat Nazi wiener getting between me and what I choose to eat. I don't need their help on trans fats, calorie counts, or fat content. I know what's good and what isn't. I'll pick my own foods and let life's report card, those consequences, tell me how I did. That's kind of the way I am. You know, get out of my way. If I like what I'm eating, just back the hell off. I don't need some food Nazi telling me you can't have that because I said so. Or how about I don't need some smoke Nazi scumbag hounding me about those cancer sticks. The consequences of smoking are no secret. So they need to get the hell off my back and let me make my own life choices. As a non-smoker, my choice, not theirs. I'm tempted to start smoking just to piss off the bastards. There you go, Hambo. I could see you doing that too. Just for shits and giggles. And let's see. Let's do one more. Oh, yeah. I don't need some job for life elected tormentors telling me that lying about my net worth to purchase a house in a market that reeks of bubble about to burst is a crappy idea. If I'm that stupid, I deserve to lose my shirt and my house. Their assistance is not wanted or needed. Oh, Hambo's in rare form on this one. Let's see. How about this one? I don't need some nanny state nitwit to tell me that yammering on a cell phone or texting while driving is an accident waiting to happen. If I do either or both, sooner or later, I'm going to cause an accident. Then the justice system and my insurance will add several levels to my character with some very adverse consequences. Yeah. And those that are, distracted drivers, I wonder what percentage of that 73% of accidents that are not caused by alcohol-related acts, that are not part of this. Yeah, because 27% of all motor vehicle accidents are alcohol-related. So there's 73% that are not. So, how much of that percentage is distracted drivers? Texting, cell phoning, whatever the hell. I admit, I dodge with the radio. I'll admit that. Pop in a new CD. Distracted driver. Occasionally. Oh, there's lots more here. So I'll just go ahead. Y'all need to go over to pigazette.com. Check that out because Hambo and Porcus outdone themselves again, as usual. Y'all been listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on RealLibertyMedia.com, Channel 3. Also on the RLMradio.xyz site and all kinds of other RLM places out there in the multiverse cybernetic world, however you wish to put that. It has been a whack-a-doodle Wednesday. Wow. And I started out fee-buddled and didn't get a whole hell of a lot better, did I? So, yearly bath. I know, Grin. Go figure. Oh, yeah, okay. I agree with you there, Free and Slade. We don't need no stinking cameras for surveillance. No, we do not. Only people, do you know, it's people that are for the most part, well, okay, when we're talking about government and their surveillance cameras, it's because they're fucking paranoid. Or they're looking for a way to ching get into your wallet just a little bit more. Either way, that's just the way government rolls. But thanks again for listening in, y'all. I hope you have an absolutely splendiferous rest of your Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday. Or, like Mary B. Oh, if I lose my shirt? Well, I'll be sure to let you know, Sock. You're silly. Ha! Yeah, I will be back on Friday for the Freaker Friday edition of Grammy's Rocket Chair. But until then, y'all have an awesome rest of your evening. A splendiferous Thursday, or however you want to put Thursday. Thursday. Hey, where's Odin when you need him? He did get rid of the ice giants, didn't he? In any case, I am going to be out of here because it looks like there's no storms tonight. So I'm going to go step outside and have a good old